as ever, I can tell you that right now.
We're putting our hands on passes and balls. And
Receivers, they couldn't catch a cold if it was the middle of February.
Well, I don't get they bring the head cold.
it's no good! That's it! He missed it!
Drop it on my feet next time.
Hey everybody, and welcome to episode 51 of the Soda City Sit-Down. And let me tell you folks, we are making history tonight. We are making history. We are coming to you live from the Austin Ratliff Family Bar in Summerville, South Carolina. And for the first time in the history of this podcast, we have every member in person live. We've got Austin back from the Air Force. We've got Clayton back from New Orleans. We've got the rest of the gang out of the Soda City and down to Summerville, where me and Austin live, and we are ready to bring y'all a special episode. We've got everybody. Let's go around. Let's go around. So, of course, I'm Tyler.
I'm Devin.
Matthew.
Clayton. Austin.
I'm gonna look at this one. I'm Andrew. Marino. What's up?
Marino. All right, like we said, it's episode 51. We are coming up on our first full year of episodes here with the Soda City Sit Down. So we are bringing a very special episode from Summerville tonight. It is the Soda City Sit Down presents the Spice Gauntlet. Tonight, we're going to do a little bit different than what we've normally done. We have a selection of hot sauces ranging from relatively mild up to burn your balls off. We're going to die tonight.
Yeah,
we're going to die tonight.
That's a very
We've got our selection of wings. We've got our wings. We've got our sauces.
I got other things I'm worried about being burned off.
Listen, if you've heard of this format before, there's no relation. This is completely, just a happens circumstance at a very popular YouTube show. Happenstance. There's a very popular YouTube channel that also does something similar. But it's just...
That we might have also bought the sauces from.
Hey, it could be from anywhere.
It could be in Walmart,
I could
Anyway.
sauces.
All right. So yeah, we got a very special show. It's gonna be a little bit different. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We're excited to bring it to you. I'm very scared. I'm scared to take a shit tomorrow because I know that it's not going to be. Let me tell you right now, I am not coming back and converting a 4th and 5 after this shit tomorrow.
Take it from Lamar. He's gonna be in the locker room forever.
I'm going to die. I'm going to be hanging on to this toilet. I'm going to be in there grabbing all the balls.
All right.
No Lamar Jackson here. That's gonna be totally.
It's going to be pretty rough, but wrapping up our traditional, which will probably be the only traditional thing we'll have tonight, traditional housekeeping. Of course, follow us on social media. We are at Soda City Sit Down on both Twitter and Instagram. We are on Spotify. We are on Apple Podcasts. So follow us.
And we're gonna be on YouTube for this episode.
Yeah, we'll be on YouTube. So it'll be a first,
We'll
another
fly around
first.
The whole city of Summerville, South Carolina.
Instagram Live.
We might also be on the Summerville Fire Department website before it's all said and done. So basically, what we're gonna do tonight is we are going to go around. We're gonna go up in the scale of what is the name of the scale?
Scoville units.
What is it?
Scoville
units. So
How you measure hot sauces.
Big Summerville. Scoville.
So I have no idea how it works, but I know it's called the Scoville unit, and basically each step up has another flame. Is basically how I see that's going. So we've got, like I said, we've got our selection. We'll kind of go through a little bit of it as we go, but what we're going to do is we're going to interview each other. We all have our selected question based on either what's happening now in Gamecock sports, what's happened in the past in Gamecock sports, or what could happen in the future of Gamecock sports. And we are going to each ask our individual questions. We're all going to give our personalized answer, and while we are answering, we're going to eat our hot wing with this incredibly different scale of hot wings. So we're really excited about bringing this to y'all.
To give you
I'm scared.
To give perspective, the first sauce that we're going to be eating is 2,800 Scoville units, which is around what a jalapeno is.
You want to just go ahead
Yeah,
and
so
start introducing these?
So our first sauce
we'll go
is
through it one
the
by one.
Chicago hot sauce, which is red hot jalapeno, apparently. Of course, the sauce is khaki green.
Chicago Urban Farms, according to the information we
Kind of
were
looks like
given.
pea soup, but with a little bit of vomit in it.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I've lost my
Which is probably
appetite.
my favorite one, honestly.
Matt, do you have any information about this?
Yeah,
sauce?
this
Can I
was
get a
this was
calorie?
made on a Chicago urban
God.
farm.
Good
It's
calorie.
a recommended sauce used on
I got it on
nachos,
my own.
burgers, hot dogs, pretty much anything you'd use a jalapeno on.
That's some
So this is gonna start us off easy, and it's gonna
Easy.
get much worse from here.
Easy, quote unquote.
Easy.
If this is difficult,
We have
might
a
just have to tap
long
out,
night
boys.
ahead of us.
Okay,
We've
so-
all got our half gallons of milk. We're excited about that for basically our safety.
Actually,
What kind of milk is this?
just so everyone's aware,
Some people are like
This is whiskey.
Tyler.
So Marino has
That is
his
chocolate milk.
boneless wings
Whiskey.
and his
It's
oat
whiskey
milk.
with chocolate milk.
I'm
Show
doing
me-
it the way I need to be doing
Show me the tit on an oak. On an oat.
oh yes, Marino is
Milk and
lactose
an oat.
intolerant, so he'll be drinking oat milk because it's not he's a little vegan.
and because he's
Y'all smell that?
because he's vegan, he's also having
wait.
boneless wings.
smells like bitching.
Because that makes sense.
I never
Don't
said I was
question it.
vegan.
Don't question it.
Smells like bitching.
All right, so are
Who
we
said
ready?
I was vegan?
Are we ready to get this thing started?
Let's do it. All right, who's taking the first question?
Yeah.
I guess I'll take the first
All right,
question.
Tyler's going
Because I think my
first.
question is a little simple.
All right, go.
All right.
You get the sauce.
So we're
You
gonna
sauce it first.
We're gonna get out our sauces here.
I see how much Tyler puts on, so I know what to do for myself.
We're gonna judge it based off of you.
I'm going to
Your sauce
use a
usage.
separate plate for my sauces because I feel like this is
boy,
gonna
he's
get.
gotta use a separate plate. He's fancy.
I feel like this is gonna go out of hand.
It's gonna end up.
How much did you put on there?
All right, let's hear it. What's
All
the
right,
question?
So my question is: so today is Wednesday, the 23rd of December. It is Festivus. If any of y'all celebrate the holiday, any Seinfeld fans out there?
What's the holiday?
Yeah, I don't know.
So this is Christmas.
No, it's Festivus. It's Festivus. It's a
Happy
Festivus for the rest of us.
birthday.
Anyway,
Good.
so today, the now former coach of Hammond School, Eric Kimmery, announced his resignation from Hammond and has officially been announced to be a member of the new staff at South Carolina under Shane Beamer. Based on all reports, Eric is going to be taking over the tight ends position, which, which is formerly
Already coughing before you even eaten some
Yeah,
sauces?
seriously.
Rio's like,
I haven't had any sauce yet. So Eric is taking over the tight ends job, which was previously held by Bobby Bentley. And so my question is Eric Kimmery going to be an improvement over Bobby Bentley? For myself, I like Eric. I think he's going to do a great job. But one thing I am concerned about is he's coming from Skeezaball. And he's not coming from, at the time, the 4A powerhouse that was Burns High School, which had those connections within the state. And he's going from Skeezaball to SEC football. So that's just my opinion. Austin's dying over here.
You're already drinking milk. We haven't even started.
It's not important. What's important is Tyler's story. That's what's important.
So yeah. So
I may or may not have had the sauce on accident.
Dude, I'm afraid. He just like.
Okay, so Tyler, to summarize your question for us so we can answer.
So once again, my question is basically, so Eric Kimmery was announced on staff today. Is he going to be an improvement over Bobby Bentley?
So
All right, let's eat.
Oh,
All right, here we go.
Cheers.
First swing.
Cheers to the Air Force. Cheers to the boys.
Oh, we're fucked.
that's tasty.
Tastes like sex.
Wait, what?
Excuse me?
Don't worry.
What is that?
The last sauce is only 300 times hotter than that one.
What is it? No.
All right, so
I thought that was pretty good.
yeah, no, it's not
I
bad.
like it.
I guess we'll start here. The way I see Bentley versus Kimmery, when it comes to being the position coach, I feel like that's the least of their responsibilities from what I can see. They're both going to bring a recruiting aspect into it. Both of them were big powerhouse South Carolina high school names that are going to bring a lot of high school recruits in here. I feel like Kimmery's already kind of recruited for South Carolina with the Birch recruitment, with the Huntley recruitment, with everyone else that's come through. And when it comes to developing tight ends, it could go a few directions. I actually I could get contradicted by the time this comes out, but I actually do think that Bentley will probably be on the staff in some capacity. I'd like to see what he'll do. He's been in a few different positions as a coach here. I think his recruiting prowess is probably most important of what he brings. Which one of them is more important? I feel like what they bring in a totality is more important, and we just don't know what we're getting with Kimry yet. He's a Gamecock through and through, and that is why he fits with his Beamer staff. So if South Carolina can make their way and, obviously improve on a 2-8 season, I have a feeling that Kimry is going to be the more impactful coach hire.
I think that it would be Bentley, in my opinion, just because Bentley has had experience on the collegiate level, whereas Kimry's fresh coming in, never coached in college before. Of course, he played at South Carolina. He's going to have that culture aspect that I think will be very important. But I just think because of the experience aspect that Bentley has coming in, I give the edge to him.
So
Short and sweet. Are you going short because you can't talk?
I'm having short because we have 6 answers times six questions.
So I think to me, Eric Kimry is someone that Muschamp wanted to get on the staff prior to Bobo being here. Of course, Bobo, when he came in, wanted to hire Joe Cox as the wide receiver coach. Fine, whatever. But Kimry is really a really good coach because there's not a single high school head coach in South Carolina who does not know Eric Kimry's name. I think he's going to be an outstanding recruiter for us. And as far as actual on-field coaching goes, what has Bobby Bentley done that was impressive? Honestly,
is Bobby Bentley the one that evaluated Kevin Harris not for the scholarship?
That's recruiting. What has he done as a field on the coach? I'm not worried about Kimry as a recruiter.
Field, you found Kevin Harris.
I'm not sure about that. I feel like that's a Thomas Brown evaluation, but I'll let Austin go ahead and say what he has to say. I think Kimry's fine.
Yeah, I mean, there's very little I have to say that was already been said. I mean, Kimry's fine. He's familiar with the staff. I mean, it's you know what Bobby Bentley brings, especially bringing from the state. We've seen what he can do on the state level. He's great recruiting for in the state, and we've seen that he has the potential to do big things. I'm glad that he's staying on the staff, or at least I hope he is. But I'm not worried about Kimry. I'm actually kind of excited. A little bit different. We need a shift from the Muschamp coaching tree that we had. I think bringing someone else new in kind of opens the gates for something a new coaching style that we need. So I'm excited for what he brings. It's something different than what we've had. That whole Muschamp era was focus on the individual over the team. So obviously I loved Muschamp as an individual, but just what he did was it's not worth talking about anymore. But I'm excited for Kimry and just a different insight onto what we have as a team. So.
Look, I'm going to peel the Band-Aid off right here, right now. Okay, so Eric Kimry's done great things with Hammond. Jordan Birch, great guy playing for South Carolina. Good thing. Huntley as well. But when I think of the name Bentley, when I think of the last name Bentley, all I can think of is a guy who couldn't get it done at South Carolina. And couldn't get it done, okay?
What a dumb response.
And when I think of the name Bentley in Utah, I think even more. A guy who couldn't get it done, who had to transfer twice in the past 2 years. So you know what? I am all on the Kimry train here because, I just have no faith in the Bentley name at this point. I think they've just been such a disappointment for everyone who's involved. And you know what? Good riddance. Thank you.
God, I hated that answer.
That's fine.
All right,
I have to peel the Band-Aid off.
So I've already given my thoughts on it.
He didn't say he was feeling the
Like I said, I just asked the question because I think it's a very it's not any. I don't mean the question to be anything against Eric Kimry. I think he's poised to be a phenomenal coach here. I think he was phenomenal here as a GA back when he was here in the Holtz. I think he's done an absolutely incredible job at Hammond School as a coach there over the last couple of years. He's won a billion state championships and everything else. So, And one good thing that I'm excited about is that, I mean, I feel like we know that we're going to keep Birch and Huntley, right? I mean, at this point, I'd be surprised if they enter the transfer portal. Yeah, that's just not happening. But yeah, I'm excited for him. I think it's going to be a great hire. I just wanted to ask the question because I do also think that Bentley's a great coach. But we're also, so we finished our first sauce. It wasn't too bad. How we feeling?
I feel like that was pretty bad for a first sauce. I'm not gonna lie. The next one being not.
I might not have gotten.
I'm fine.
I put it here and I rolled it in there. I gave it a good turn. I ate all of it.
I just touched my eyeball, and I need to remember.
Don't touch your face.
Do not touch your face.
So I thought it tasted pretty good. Like I'd eat that sauce.
Oh, it was fine. But it
No,
just
yeah, I
worried
thought it
me,
was a fine sauce.
knowing that we're going to eventually get to something 300 times hotter.
All right.
Yeah, that scares me.
Let's go to
All
the
right, so let's bring on the
second
next one. So this
Great
next sauce,
question.
this next sauce is one that I'm very excited about, being a good old South Carolinian.
So our second sauce is from the Flavor First, Heat Second Scotch Bonnet Mustard Hot Sauce.
Mustard base, right
That
here,
sounds
South
like a
Carolina.
lot.
How many
That's what
Scoville
we
units?
just had.
It's like 37,000 Scoville unit hot sauce. So
That's
we
fine.
basically
10 times
more more than 10 times hotter than the last one we just tried. But you know what? We're South Carolinians. It's a mustard-based sauce. This is gonna be no problem.
Not only are we South Carolinians, but we are Soda City Sitdown. Soda City, the home of the mustard based sauce.
Door salesman?
South Carolina, baby. Also, if anyone has a
Devin,
bottle
would you
opener,
like
I
to
would
explain
recommend
the
add
master
Andy
question while we-
Marinara. This is his fucking bottle opener right here. This has lasted me about 6 months. These are fantastic.
Because you've also been in the Air Force for the last 6 months. And
That doesn't matter. These are the best I've ever had.
Ask a question.
So if you need a bottle opener, the Soda City Sitdown is selling only $20. What?
Someone hit it. So my question, I'm gonna go a little more fun with our question after, because I don't want any more stupid answers like Marino's.
There's a lot of hate going around.
That was a horrible answer.
It is Christmas. I'm sorry,
Festivus.
Marino. You are loved.
It's Festivus, so it's the errands
You are
of
loved.
grievances.
So my question is fun. So obviously we've had a lot of defensive transfers.
Oh
And
shit.
a lot
This
of
is gonna get
transfers
fun.
over- I'm asking a question.
Go for it.
So obviously we've had a lot of.
Anyway.
Go for it.
So obviously we've had a lot of defensive transfers, and obviously our team might be a shit show as far as who's left on our roster next year. But my question to y'all is, if we have one 5-star that Beamer can pull in his first recruiting class here, at what position would you want that player to be at? For me, it's pretty clear. I want a receiver.
Well, you gotta get the wing first. Before you answer,
I'm waiting on the sauce.
you have the sauce right next to you.
Awesome. We know your sauce.
I've got so much more sauce than I did that last one.
That's not important, man.
All right. So before I take this bite of potentially very hot wing sauce, I would also.
Holy shit!
What do you want?
Yeah, that.
I actually think that wide receiver is probably the position
Thank
to
you.
go. A, because we need it.
We gotta eat before. That's the
Holy
point.
shit. Oh my god.
Right, are we going? Go.
This one's gonna be so much worse.
Oh, we're fine. We're fine.
Oh, that's tasty.
We're fine.
That's really good.
We're fine.
Oh,
Really good.
oh wait a second.
There's the spice.
Everyone's fine.
Woo, buddy!
We're all fine. Everyone's fine.
It is delicious.
I hate all of you.
It's very tasty.
I hate all of you.
But
Everyone's
it is
fine.
spicy.
It was
Yeah.
tasty for like a minute.
Imagine getting kicked in the mouth. That's what.
So I would go wide receiver, A, because we need a wide receiver badly, and also because we haven't had a 5-star wide receiver.
Oh my god.
The talent level at wide receiver, the fact that we've had guys like Debo, who's a 3-star, Edwards, who's a 4-star, these guys to go
Holy
off
shit, man.
the way they have, is very impressive.
Y'all are weak. Weak sauce.
I will beat you.
We're already knocking the mics off the table, but damn.
I got good hands.
Yeah, that was,
Unlike our wide receivers.
Yo, this thing's a damn slow
Holy
burn.
shit, dude.
Go, go, go. Oh, next person.
But yeah, no, I want a receiver.
Okay.
To imagine what we would do with a 5-star receiver, it's kind of insane. I couldn't even imagine it the way we've developed receivers in the past.
All right, before we start this, I'm saying my goal is to not drink milk for as long as I possibly can. So
Beer only.
that's my goal. But for mine, I'm going to say I want a 5-star quarterback. I know that we have Gunnar Stockton coming in 2 years, hopefully, fingers crossed. And I don't want that to be ruined. But quarterbacks are game changers, most important position on the field. How could your answer not be quarterback?
So I think Clayton has a good point. Obviously, quarterback is the most important position on the field. No one's going to deny that. But judging based on how our defense has been, I want a 5-star linebacker. I think if we can stop the run, which seems to be our weakness, whether it's a running quarterback or just a running back in general, I need us to stop a running back. We always see that no matter what, we always have a good receiver. Whether it's been Brian Edwards, Deebo Samuel, Shai Smith, all of them, they seem to come out of nowhere. They're great. I love what they do. A quarterback, you can teach that. You can make them better if you have a great coach. Connor Shaw was, a 2-star? Nobody, that didn't matter what he was. I want a 5-star linebacker. I want someone that can stuff the run. I want someone that can cover the pass. I want someone that's all over the field. I want somebody that can just be there for us. We need an MVP on defense. It's been a weakness for a while. I want a 5-star on defense. Linebacker for me.
Ooh, I like it. I respect that.
Jesus. For me, I agree. I agree with the wide receiver decision, but I'm going to go with something different just to kind of give us some variety. And personally, with the loss of Mukwamu, with the loss of, was it Robinson, right? Jamie Robinson, with the loss of Dixon, and then who else did we lose? Mukwamu and who else? We lost Horn. We're going into the defensive backs are going to be really, really limited next year. It's going to be really rough. We're probably going to have a lot of freshman talent starting. And, I think we can recruit well, but I think it's going to be important to kind of set that up in the future to have a lot of depth. And I think it's really important is having some really great guys at the 4-star and 5-star level to come in and do a lot. When I think of South Carolina's best years, I think of guys like DJ Swearinger and not Melvin Ingram. Good God, my brain. Oh, my God. Those kind of guys who can really kind of step up for the team and do what they need to do. So this hurts my mouth. This is so hot. But, yeah, defensive backs, I would love to see. Thank you.
I like it. Tyler?
Go ahead, Tyler.
Tyler, wrap us up.
Holy shit, dude. The tip of my tongue and my lips are burning, dude. So let me tell you one thing. That sauce is delicious. So I took that first 2 bites and I went to town on that. Like, oh my God, that mustard sauce is so good. And that heat hits you like a freaking truck. Oh my God. Oh my God, I'm dying, man. Whoever said that dairy products helps, that's a freaking lie. Dude, I feel no different. Oh my God. What was the question? If I could pick a 5-star at any position, I guess this is like including the 5 stars that we already have on.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think I'm sticking with a 5-star on the defensive line. I think that I think that we have a lot of holes in the secondary. But I think if you look at it, our best recruit of all time was a 5-star. A 5-star on the defensive line. He did some incredible things. And I think I think that you can be just as dangerous with a 5-star or a 4-star or a good 3-star as a wide receiver. I understand having a 5-star as a wide receiver, but if you just catch the ball and you can get open, it doesn't matter what your star is. But I think having the talent to make the moves on the line and get by everything, I think that's where we need to be. So if I could pick a 5-star anywhere, I'm taking them on the defensive line.
All right. Jeff, did you answer?
Yeah, so my
Give him a second. He needs a minute.
yeah, my pick was definitely wide receiver. Our wide receivers are god awful. I would like to say no disrespect to any of them, but honestly, they deserve it. We've never had a 5-star in school history, and 5-star receivers make offenses good. Yeah.
We've had 5 stars.
Yeah, I know. We never had a 5-star receiver. Also, that second sauce, what the hell?
All right.
I'm not going to make it, dude.
All right. That was the second sauce, Matthew. Let's bring us on to the third one.
Bradley, bring it home.
I am going to go ahead and, as part of my question asking, I'm actually going to take a bite of my wing before any of you. Just give you a general
Jesus, man.
For those listening on the audio, Matt just doused his wing.
That one was a little bit more runny than I think.
All right, so
It looked like when
as
you
I
put
asked my
spaghetti
question,
sauce on spaghetti. He just fucking-
I'm going to ask this. It's a simple question, but it's very open-ended.
Oh my.
We know we are at rock bottom as a program right now, South Carolina. 2-8. Last year 4-8. It's been a struggle. How does Coach Beamer turn it around?
Very careful.
Is anyone else's nose bleeding?
Oh, that's what that is? I thought that was sauce.
So should I eat mine now? Or
I thought
should
it was sauce.
Eat mine now? Is that?
Yeah, I don't have sauce yet.
I don't have either.
Rating it now? Oh, God.
You got it right there, right?
Oh, shit.
While we're putting on our sauce, it's a big shout out to our roaming cameraman, Josh Pittman.
Hey, Josh.
Josh, also, screw you for not doing the challenge with us.
Josh is a lucky man.
Bite me.
No, like.
All right, so I'll start with the question first.
No.
So I think
Austin just dropped his wing all over himself.
the biggest thing we've learned this offseason,
Dude, this one smells.
Wait for it, gentlemen.
the biggest
I will
thing
not
we've
be a bitch.
learned is that the Muschamp culture is not going to fly here at South Carolina. We've seen opt-outs, we've seen transfers, we've seen the difference in mentality between the Spurrier era and the Muschamp era, and what the players are saying. What I truly think the biggest selling point on Beamer is that he is a South Carolina guy. I want to see what culture change he can bring to this program. The biggest thing in year one that he can change is getting guys to buy in to the name on the front of the jersey. That's the biggest thing you can do to start. The coordinators have yet to be announced as of this recording. Those are huge. The talent is going to be huge to bring in. But I really do feel like the culture change that Beamer brings is going to be the biggest thing he can change in this program right now.
This one right here?
All right, in my opinion,
it on my
the
fucking
easiest
hand.
thing that's going to, or the best change that he's going to make is hiring good offensive and defensive coordinators that know X's and O's. We know Muschamp, not the best X's and O's guy. He was a great recruiter, but couldn't really do it on Saturdays. I think that's the biggest change that we need to see from Beamer to make a big improvement going forward.
Woo, sweet Jesus.
Austin?
Coordinators is huge. What I'm more excited for is name on the front versus name on the back. I think a big problem with the old regime was the name on the back was much more important. And it shows because all those guys cared about was going to the next level. And I mean, I'm happy for them. That's a great thing. But it's not about going to the next level. It's about what you can do for this team. It's about what you can do for this university, what you can do for your friends. So I'm more excited about what they can do for this school, what they can do for themselves, what they can do with that name on the back. Go Gamecocks. I'm excited for what Beamer brings to the University of South Carolina, not what Coach Beamer brings to the NFL.
To be honest with you, I had something that I thought of, and then my brain just, with all the spice, just really deflated my thoughts there. You know, when I think about all the places that Shane Beamer's been since he started his tenure as, you know, being a part of the college football scene, even just being under his dad as just a cable boy, to being, I kind of burped into the microphone there, to being kind of the offensive, you know, being a part of offenses, you know, kind of seeing things at Tennessee, being with South Carolina in recruiting, being at Arkansas, and then being at Oklahoma. The coaches that he's been under, I mean, like, the amount of head coaches that he's been under that have been Hall of Famers is insane. I mean, you could probably count them on 5 on your hand. And just the fact that he brings a whole new presence to the SEC from you know, the Big 12 with Oklahoma, and kind of their offense, which Lincoln Riley has just an incredible offense there. So if he brings any of that to South Carolina and to the SEC, I think that's a really disruptive kind of system that he can bring in. And just he's so young that not a lot of people kind of know what he's going to bring to the table just in general. There's not a lot that fans know, especially coaches. So I think he's just going to be kind of a wild card next year. He can bring a lot, and then although he doesn't have the head coaching resume, he's got the resume under the right coaches to be the right guy for South Carolina.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at where we're sitting right now, there's a lot that Shane Beamer needs to do to get us back to competing in the East, to get us to Atlanta, all those goals that we really want to have. But And I think that Coach Beamer really emphasized this a lot. It sounds like in his interview process, he talked about it a lot in his introductory press conference. But he just needs to continue to be Shane Beamer. I think that he's a guy that you look at. I think he's got a lot of pride in this university. I think he's got a lot of pride in what he does. He cares about getting to those goals. I think he's going to do it the right way. I think he's going to get us there. But like I said, just continue to be Shane Beamer. Be yourself. Recruit. Show that pride in your school. Show that pride in your history. I mean, he's got a lot that he can recruit off of. I mean, we saw the picture for the first time last night where it was him and his son and his dad, the legendary Frank Beamer, on the field at Williams Brice. So you just continue to bring that to the program. I think that's going to go a long way. I think these guys that are in school, we're still not too far removed from Frank Beamer being a coach in the NCAA. They're going to be able to Google search that and see what this guy's done on his resume if they haven't heard of him before. So just continue to be yourself, to recruit that, and just keep pride in the university. If you recruit guys, if you recruit to be prideful in the university, you're going to get guys that are prideful in the university, and they're going to play a lot harder for that name on the front than they will for that name on the back, like others have mentioned in this little chat here.
So before I get into my answer, just wanted to give a brief description, since we didn't do it beforehand, of that third sauce. That was the Maplewood smoked onion.
What do we think about that one?
It was not bad.
That was easy. No,
that was
like
so
that
much
was-
better than the mustard.
That was
base.
comparable to the first one. I feel like
I think the mustard one tasted
not
better,
bad.
but that one was
Yeah.
like less spicy. But the taste of the second one was better. But
The taste of the mustard was phenomenal. It just
Yeah.
it hit you with like this heat of the sun.
Like I feel
I feel like I'm in Texas again.
That second one so far has definitely been the hottest.
yeah,
we've done.
absolutely, and that was such a slow burn too.
But
So,
it tasted good.
It was
tasted
good.
just so we're clear, that's the Maplewood smoked onion from the Butterfly Bakery of Vermont.
Who knew butterflies were so hot?
Vermont.
Anyway,
No wonder it's
so
so soft.
Vermont never is hot. That's weird.
I guess for me, for Beamer, I think regardless of who you hire in the SEC, with Muschamp and his staff being an exception, I'd say it doesn't really matter who you hire as your coordinators. As far as X's and O's go, I feel like everyone can coach. I think the problem is recruiting and mentality. And Muschamp recruited okay guys, but the mentality was Charmin soft. And I think Beamer's going to change that. But as for getting the program back on track, I think y'all covered most of it. But for me, what I'm most excited to see, is good old-fashioned Beamer ball. I'm ready to see the special teams go nuts. I feel like that's been a weakness we've had for a while now, and I'm ready to block some punts, get some safeties.
All right. Well, that wraps us up for our third question.
Wait a second.
Well, we'll go on to our fourth question.
Okay.
This sauce, the Kaloe Kid, it's got a Scoville unit of 61,000. It's got
can we repeat
some
again?
roosters or some gamecocks on the front of it.
Hell
So
yeah.
very fitting.
Can we repeat again what the original sauce Scoville unit was?
2,800.
And
This
we're
is a 61,000.
Can we get a little cheers here for making it halfway?
Yeah.
Cheers! Hey!
Cheers! The hot sauce.
So let's gauge the room. Anyone feel like quitting yet?
No, I feel great.
Negative.
How's everyone doing?
After
Quick
the
update.
second one, I was worried.
Negative.
the second one I was
I was worried.
I was
may or may
sweating
not have
and
this shit, but
I was sweating in more ways than one of that second one.
So this
But that
one
third one
only
was
comes
more
out
tame.
in single drips at a time. That may or may not be a good sign.
Oh no. Oh no. Those are bad.
Yeah, that's a very bad sign.
Those are always the ones you really need to. Oh god.
Oh god.
So
Austin.
It's like a scorpion.
Austin.
You always gotta look out for
Shake
the
it.
small scorpions.
That's right.
Those are the
Everyone
ones that are
wait
most
till you
poisonous.
get everyone
And I feel like
forward.
that's.
We
Oh
should've-
god!
Austin's
Hell yeah,
chicken is
Austin.
swimming
There we
in
go.
the sauce
I'm
right now.
scared.
This is mine. Mine is swimming.
Mama didn't raise no
Feel free to
bitch.
go around that side.
Clayton and I
The
and Matt
military
have
raised
been
me
fucking
well.
going in.
I know.
All that being said,
I'm not
I may
scared.
throw up.
I'm scared, but I'm gonna do it.
I haven't drank milk yet.
I'm proud of you. You haven't drank milk. I'm ready to go get ice
It
cream.
was excessive.
Yeah,
fruit.
that's fair. So as we sauce here, and we're getting into the hot ones, Clayton, what is your question that you're presenting?
It smells so bad. Like it's dangerous.
So the fourth one, Devin. So my question is going to be a very simple, just one-word answer. Since 2000,
Yes.
what do you think is the
Yes.
most impactful thing that South Carolina has accomplished? Is it winning the baseball national championships? Is it the women's basketball national championship? Is it the 3 straight 11 wins football seasons? What do you think is the most impactful thing that South Carolina in sports has accomplished since the year 2000?
You want this in one word?
I want a single answer.
Oh, so not a single word answer, just.
But there we go.
Okay.
All right.
Yes. That is my answer. Yes. That's my answer.
The better answer might be no.
Or no, or yes.
Eat your damn chicken.
Let me answer
Eat
first.
your chicken.
I'll hold it for you.
Come on. That one wasn't bad.
That's kind of a slow burn. That's kind of.
Oh, no.
Feels like a slow burn to me.
Yeah, that's a slow burn right there.
All right, Clayton, what you got? Clayton, what you got?
I don't know. Whatever you feel like eating.
My answer is going to be South Carolina football between 2010 2013, winning the SEC East and getting 3 11-win seasons. That, I think, is the most impactful thing we have done because it put South Carolina on the map of football. Before
I
Steve
agree.
Spurrier came, South Carolina football was the face of mediocrity and a joke within the SEC. Steve Spurrier put up with those 4 years, put us on the map of college football. Since then, it's not been great, but I think that has been what is like the face of South Carolina sports within the past few years for national media.
So I agree mostly. You're not wrong by any means, but I think the 2 baseball championships mean more only because if you think about it, Ray Tanner, now our athletic director, he probably wouldn't be in that position had we not won those 2 baseball championships. Look where he is now. He's the one responsible for hiring our new coaches, whether that be Don Staley, he didn't hire Don Staley, but whether it be what he's doing athletically or what he's doing for the university, it put him in a position of importance. So it brought him that athletic director. Granted, I wish he was still the baseball coach because I think if he was still the baseball coach, we'd be winning more championships and be getting better recruits. But that's not important. What's important is understand what those baseball championships did is it promoted him and made him look a lot better, which obviously makes sense. It gave him to our athletic director position, and here's where we are now. So I mean, had he not done that, we'd probably have a different athletic director. We'd probably have different coaches. We'd be. I don't even know if our athletics facility would be the way it is now. So I kind of have him to thank for that because he's kind of responsible for that. But I think those 2 baseball championships and almost a third. I mean, think of how close we were to a third in a row baseball championship. That defined us as we are now.
It was supposed to be a short response, but I respect Austin for giving his whole
Give me the mic back. Well, so what was it? It was. What do you think?
most impactful South Carolina accomplishment since 2000?
I could have gone on more.
See, I don't know. Like, there are plenty that I can mention. I'm gonna mention a smaller one just because I know that everyone's gonna mention the 11-win seasons. Everyone's gonna mention basketball. Everyone's gonna mention baseball. But I think the facilities we've been able to put in place, which is partly due to Ray Tanner and partly due to the kind of associations we have and kind of the funding we have going into South Carolina has been huge, especially for our football program. Having Sornex right up the road is even more impactful because they are one of the premier kind of CrossFit and weight training companies in the nation. And having them right up the road is always great because if anything, we can get more equipment in, more help to our facilities there. Just our whole weight facility in general is pretty much state of the art at this point. And I think what that brings in is coaches that, coaches want to be in a room where they feel like, oh man, it's starting to get hot. They can be in a room. They want to be in a room where they can feel like they can coach guys and a like state-of-the-art facility, not in some dingy ass kind of old facilities. So I think that's huge, especially for our football team and for plenty of other teams in South Carolina. All right.
So I could name 5 different events, but I definitely think I know. So naming one, I'm gonna have to go.
Jesus Christ, that's hot.
I'm gonna have to go specifically with the 2010 baseball championship.
Oh, finally somebody agrees.
I mean, like I said, I don't think there's a wrong answer. I think everyone's got some right answers, but specifically the 2010 championship for the athletics department as a whole, because that is the first team championship. I mean, that is the first time that we saw South Carolina can do this on a national stage. We can win the big. We can win it all in an impactful sport. So I think that just showed us that we can do it. I mean, kind of similar. I mean, Coastal did it a couple years ago, and look how they are doing right now in football. So it kind of just gives you that hope and gives you that confidence you can do everything on the other sports. So I think that is what kickstarted everything for our expectations and our hopes. And we'll pass this on to Devin.
Austin, are you okay? Pardon the interruption there.
Pardon the interruption. I'm like Wilbon.
I feel like someone is flaying my lips with a knife. Like, my tongue and throat are fine.
Why did we do
My
this?
lips are on fire. What was the question?
What is the most impactful thing South Carolina has accomplished within the past 20 years?
Any sport. Great question.
Your mom.
For me, I think the biggest thing that South Carolina has
My head's
accomplished,
sweaty.
as far as like something that no one ever thought that this program would do, was reach the Final Four.
You took my bastard.
That is something South Carolina should never do in its history, but we did it. Unfortunately, we didn't capitalize off of it. It could have been program changing, but it didn't happen.
I feel like my fucking.
I'm having trouble speaking.
So you know, like the
So let's move on to Matt.
like Daenerys Targaryen and like the dragon. Like that's. I feel like I could just fucking.
They're also
go off
babies.
the world and
It's
claim.
not even
You are not the
that
mother
hot.
of dragons.
I am the father of dragons right
My
now.
lips are being
I would set the world on fire.
Okay,
Like think like
so-
Mortal Kombat and like I'm just like fire everywhere.
So I'll preface this by saying the camera already caught this. I got really cocky about this hot sauce. And after I ate my wing, I looked at the camera and I was like, this ain't shit. And I took like multiple fingerfuls of that sauce.
You fingered it?
Boy, that was a bad idea. Also being sixth for this question really sucks because like all of the really good answers are taken.
Yeah.
That's why I picked something different.
But I will go with just the hiring of Spurrier in general and what that meant for the program.
It's a good one.
So
Spurrier?
obviously we talk about the 3 to 4 years where we were massively successful.
Oh God.
I do see those as very important, but it was the first 5 years that Spurrier was here that really built them. I mean, you talk about 2007, 2008. The 2007 season, correct me if I'm wrong, but that was the year that we started out 6-0, number 6 in the country. And that was, even though that season derailed, similar to this podcast derailing, that was something that had never been done before.
This
And
podcast was Matt's idea, by the way.
I think this had this derailed long before Spurrier's retirement.
So do you think that the Spurrier hire would have been as impactful if it wasn't following Lou Holtz, or do you think it still would have been what it was?
I do, because I don't think Spurrier viewed this as a following. I don't think he cared about the trajectory of the program when he was hired. I feel like it was I've been successful everywhere. This represents an opportunity for a program that has not had success. And I can go in there and do it. Like, I don't care. I'm Steve Spurrier. And people will hold it against him the way he left. But the years he was here was what led us to the... If you talk about the South Carolina program before Steve Spurrier got here, you would have talked about a team with no history that really had nothing going for it. Because of Spurrier and because of what he brought here, he showed that you can have success at South Carolina, but he also brought in the want to be good here. And I'm talking, when I think about that, I'm talking about the facilities. I'm talking about the fact that we now, despite it being low, we have history with this program. It's just something that can be built off of that you wouldn't have thought of before. And now we're going to, I guess, Clayton, you answered. So we're going on to
Week 5.
the fifth question here.
I think it's worth the question. I'm not even gonna lie.
All right, everyone sauce up.
Well, there's always
Also, would you like to introduce our sauce and then ask your question?
Absolutely. I need a sauce, please, sir.
Give him the card. No, we don't have a card. There's not a card for this one. 250,000.
It's hot. Let me tell you, it's hot.
It's
very
for
So,
reference, it's 4 times.
Our sauce right now is the Akamiso. I think that's Japanese. Akamiso Ghost Reaper. I'm sure you've heard of the Ghost Reaper before. It's the Ghost Reaper hot sauce. It's freaking hot, y'all. It's hot. That's all I can say. I don't know what it is on the scale. I don't see a number, but if you give a number that's really high and as high as possible, that's that. My question is definitely supposed to be related to the Gamecocks, right?
I want you to tell me how much sauce.
Oh,
It can be whatever. Yeah.
Jump across the bar, I'm gonna kill you.
Absolutely. Gentlemen, are my Dolphins making the playoffs? Of course they are.
No.
You have to eat your wing first.
That was it?
First of all, I didn't even finish I didn't get the answer
at home
first.
Saw how much sauce
I just
put
want
on
y'all to
his
know,
wing.
Brian Flores,
But it was a
one,
lot.
Coach of the Year.
Oh, here we go.
2, our quarterback was competent enough to lead us that way. 3, the Bills have already clinched the East. Therefore, the Bills are going to sit all of their starters so that when Miami plays them in Week 17, they don't have to worry about Josh Allen or any of or Stephon Diggs or any of those guys. Third of all,
Why is my finger hurting?
Matt has his finger somewhere it shouldn't be, first of all.
Go ahead and eat it then, boy.
But I just want you to know they're making the playoffs. We're going to be the 6th seed. We're not playing the Steelers because they're fucking their way out of the playoffs. So we're probably going to end up playing the Browns or the Bills.
Oh, it's so hot immediately.
So I'm going to enjoy my wing. I'm going to let Marino give his take and wish me luck.
That one
Oh,
is
I'm
on.
done. Oh, I breathed it in. It's in my lungs.
I feel like you two did.
It's in my lungs.
Oh man, that one's very hot.
Oh my God.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I'm not drinking the milk. Where is Devin? Devin Lowe. Close my throat.
Oh. Ah.
I'm not drinking the milk. I'm not drinking the milk.
Oh.
Your face is cherry.
I am not going to drink the milk.
I am not going to drink the milk.
Is it that
I'm
bad?
drinking the milk.
It's bad.
Oh.
I gotta get your reaction.
Marino
has been brought to his knees.
Dude, it hurts to breathe. Oh, I can't do it. I can't do it. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Listen.
Oh.
It's fucking hot, okay? Let me tell you right now, it's
Oh my God, this hurts. My lips are on fire.
It's hot. When the pain is temporary. It's much like
Glory is forever. I'm not drinking anything.
Glory is forever. The last time I saw something this hot, it was on Snapchat, and let me tell you.
All right. I'm gonna get my rebuttal here.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Last time I saw something
The Dolphins are having a fine season. Okay, let me get my milk.
Where are the paper towels? There they are.
it was like, imagine, I feel like the Miami Dolphins defense right now. On fuego.
My God.
So wait, is the question just are the Dolphins making the playoffs?
I mean, they might make the playoffs, so they're not as good as us as hyping up to be. Holy shit, my mouth is on fire right now. I didn't even dip it all the way in the sauce, dude. I wimped out on that as much as I could.
I
need milk.
It's okay to cry, boys.
It's okay. I'm fine.
Even if you cry, you're still going.
Milk? You need the milk? Are you
What? Oh!
If you need
It's like,
All right, it's starting to not hurt. So, oh, okay,
y'all
it hurts to
remember,
talk.
like, the Lord of the Rings when, like, Sam
It's
and
fine.
Frodo were, like,
It's fine.
sitting
I
on that
promise.
piece of
It's
thing
fine.
going to Mordor?
It's fine.
That's what my mouth
Now.
was like. Like, the only thing in between me
Dude, I
and
can't do
y'all
it.
do
I can't do it.
is, like,
I can't do it. I can't. I gotta stop.
All right. Who all was answered?
I need to sneeze. It's like,
The three of you answered? Devin, are the Dolphins making the playoffs?
That's a baby, Matt.
Matt, are the Dolphins making the playoffs?
I gotta go catch some cool air.
The Bills won the AFC East. The Dolphins
Go get a video of them.
Dolphins are good. I think they'll make the playoffs.
I got some sauce right here.
Because the Bills haven't clinched. The Bills have locked up the East, so one of the Dolphins games is against the Bills.
Oh God!
Austin just spit up all over the table. It looks disgusting. Oh my God.
Oh, it hurt!
I can't. Ow! Ow!
Dude, I have no more milk.
Did y'all do the last one?
No, dude, Austin. He just spit on his milk all over the wings. It's falling apart. It's falling apart. You guys, it's not this bad. It is. Just compose yourself.
It's really bad.
Woo!
I'm shivering. And
I'm
it's
gonna throw up.
It's not that bad.
I'm gonna throw up, not because of the alcohol I consumed before this podcast, because of the milk I've consumed after. They
The
say what?
answer is yes. I think the Dolphins will sneak in.
All right, I think that Dolphins will in fact make the playoffs. I don't think that they're going to do anything in the playoffs, but round one, the Dolphins are going to be there, in my opinion.
Oh my God. Yeah, I like
Let's
Dolphins.
bring it back together.
Dolphins are good.
Tyler, can we take a break? Nope, there are no breaks in this. Josh, move out of the way. All right, Marino.
Why did you leave me for last?
Please take us through the last sauce.
I can't. Here, my tongue
Here's
hurts.
the card.
It's got his spit up all over it.
I got it. I'll read it.
Time to spit all over it. Oh,
I
God.
got it. It's good content. Fiery fool hot sauce. I feel like a fiery fucking fool. Scoville unit, 550,000. Super hot, puree, no added vinegar, and the hottest.
This is twice as hot as the last one.
Hottest and most delicious peppers in the world. Trinidad Scorpion, the Carolina Reaper, Boot, Jolakia, and the Red 7 Pot. Complemented with sun-dried tomatoes, garlic, sea salt, and a splash of lemon juice. This sauce has a delicious super hot flavor and goes well with anything you want to add super hot flavor heat to it.
No, it's fine.
Okay, so the bottle itself is one of the ugliest things I've seen in like ever. It's got this nasty ass ghoul clown on the front. He's like juggling some peppers. I think Tyler brought it close to the camera so the camera could see. The hottest sauce in the world without extract is what it says. I'm literally gonna drop the smallest dab. Like I'm not even gonna. It's not touching. Like this is not okay.
That was the worst thing I've ever done in my entire life.
Until this one.
Okay.
Kevin, get back in here.
That was really bad.
What's your question?
Okay. So my question is.
Tyler, you got all of your sauce. The last one's still just sitting there.
What the?
Here, take this. Wait, Matthew,
What?
Matthew's about to throw up. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no, yeah. Okay, so Matt's throwing up. All right. So my question is, with the COVID vaccine coming out, hopefully to the majority public by the end of March, and then hopefully everyone kind of gets that. By the time football season rolls around August next year, we should have full attendance in games. Hopefully, I think we should. What do you think is what is the thing you're looking forward to the most in terms of football coming back, in terms of sports coming back? And that could either be, to you personally, or it could be for the program in terms of, whatever that could bring in. For me,
Hold on,
yeah.
Let's try and get everybody back. Just a quick update. We've had multiple members just throw up. We're on
Multiple? How many people have thrown up?
At least Devin and Matthew have thrown up.
Devin and Matthew have thrown up? Okay, yeah.
Austin, questionably, he's been outside. I don't know what he's doing.
I would like to just...
We completed Wing 5. We're about to be on our final wing, trying to get us to get through it. I don't know. They're not taking it very well, but we're going to try and get them back in here. And
I would like to... Clayton, I would like to bring forth to the public here It looks like Tyler's sauce was kind of untouched from last one.
No, Tyler definitely looks like he has been a little bit with his sauce.
Yeah, I don't know about the last set.
Hey,
I also wanted to be known, I have not drank anything so far. I've gone through all 5 wings.
All right.
All right, now that the podcast has reconvened.
All right. Everyone's back. All right, I'm gonna restate my question. He needs some milk.
All right, Marino.
All right.
Please ask your question.
So now that it looks like with coronavirus being a thing and not being able to have games, it looking like the end of March we're gonna have games. We're gonna have at least the vaccine back, so we should be able to have people in stands by the time football season rolls around. What's the thing you're looking most forward to in terms of football coming back that you can visit, that fans can attend, that we can have full engagement, whether that be for you individually or for the program itself and having people back?
Did you say? Can you repeat the question? I'm so sorry. Something we can come back to.
What's the thing you're looking forward to the most with COVID ending, fans coming back to the football? And that could be for you individually, or it could be for the program.
That's the wrong one.
Oh, Jesus.
Fiery fool, Matt.
I put quite a lot on mine.
Oh God. Okay, Clayton's done. Clayton, you want to go first?
Nobody eat yet. The phone is charging. Nobody eat yet.
Where is it? No.
All right.
Which one is it?
I'm not gonna do any milk.
Which one is it?
There goes Tyler.
2 and 8%. I can't drink any more milk.
I know.
Which one's the?
Why no? Stop!
I got you. All right.
Which one is it?
Shake that off.
Okay, so I just touched that sauce to my mouth. My throat is on fire.
All right, can we all do it together? Did you do yours?
I already did mine.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not doing it again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, here, Josh, here.
My throat's on fire. How about yours? That's the way.
How much did everyone put on?
A lot.
Oh, I put a little bit on my tongue.
I've already got it.
I put a little on my tongue.
Fiery fool!
Oh my
Fiery
God.
fool!
You imbecile.
So, I've actually thought about this one a lot, Marino, for my answer.
Oh, fuck me.
I'm just excited. I think for me, the first time that I get into a stadium, whether it's football, basketball, whatever, that's just full. I think that's going to be a really special experience. I'm probably going to shed real tears. Especially if it's like a Carolina game or like a College Charleston basketball game, something that it holds very dear and true to my heart for the tradition and all that, and the atmosphere. That's what I'm looking most forward to once we can get back into the normal everyday life post-COVID.
I think for me, bearing in mind, with the coaching transition and with new recruits coming in and a lot of guys transferring from the team right now, I think being able to have fans in attendance is going to be huge for recruits to see kind of what the South Carolina fan base can bring in person, not just what they see on Twitter, which is not a very good representation of us. Also, just being able to have recruits go to games and being able to see the team play in person and not being at home and everything is going to be huge to bring guys in and get guys excited for Carolina football. I think having that back, having fans be in attendance, and having that excitement is going to be huge in terms of what we do in the future. So, all right.
Austin, did you eat yours yet? All right, Austin, eat yours real quick.
Yeah, I think he did.
You've got to eat before answering.
I thought I went first last.
Devin, you're up.
Yeah, Devin, you're
I'm
right.
last. I'm last.
All right.
Devin ate his one. He's got to answer.
I'm last. What's the question again?
I said this question 4 times.
So quick analysis.
Help me, God.
That last wing was not that bad.
The last wing was fifth wing was way worse than the sixth wing.
Way worse.
The fifth wing was probably the hottest thing I've ever tasted.
I would agree. I've lost all sense of reality.
And I think
I've
they
actually
didn't put
lost
that
all
card in
sense
there
of
on
reality.
purpose.
Maybe.
I don't know who
Tell
I
us what
am
it
or
was.
where I came from.
Because that fucking sucked.
Holy
But the sixth wing, I feel okay. What was the question?
What's going to be the coolest thing about coming back next year without COVID? Hopefully.
Going out, meeting women.
Talking about for football.
For sports.
Oh, sports.
Same thing. Go ahead.
I didn't get that in.
Sports. Oh, definitely a packed stadium. Getting SEC football back.
Let's go.
Loudest stadiums in the country. Like,
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna go home now.
I'm gonna actually go with just a tailgate in general.
There you go.
I'm really big on what the Soda City Sit-Down could do with the tailgate. We're really looking forward to doing stuff this fall. We had some tailgates in my backyard, but that's not quite the same as being out there outside the stadium getting ready for Willie B. I'm really looking forward to that. We're hoping to have people come visit. Anybody that follows us, listens, follows everything, come see the Soda City Sit-Down tailgate. It's coming in 2021, whatever the capacity it is in, and we're gonna be looking a lot better than we are right now.
You hardly ate any of it.
I know.
All right, for me, the biggest difference is going to be
Here we go.
home games in 2021. Actually having a home field advantage, I think that's going to be a big difference in football. I think that I think that will be a big difference for not just football but all sports. Finally having fans back, cheering, getting the momentum going, and yeah, Austin just eating his way now.
Oh, Jesus.
How's that feel? How's that feel to you?
I no longer exist. I'm not here.
I want to go complain.
It's really not that bad.
Shut up.
Oh my lord.
Clayton hasn't drank milk yet.
I gotta be honest. I don't know the question nor the topic of what we're talking about.
What are you excited for Gamecock football coming back with fans?
Oh, being able to just celebrate with everybody. Like, when we score, we can just high five and not, like, look at each other awkwardly like, yeah, we just did that. Like,
Yeah.
we just hug and
Yeah.
kiss and make up and embrace. Yeah.
I love it. That's a very positive response.
All right.
Is that it?
You have any experience? We have made it to the last wing, the Soda City Sit-Down with the Spice Gauntlet. We have made it through all 6 wings, all 6 sauces. Some of us questionably made it through. Some of us have emptied out the
Say my name.
Just 8. But in the end, we are through. And that will complete the Soda City Sit-Down, episode 51.
Was asked by some alien.
But
Right,
thank you for watching,
the
everybody,
cockroach alien.
And please tune in to, if you're watching here on YouTube, go check us out on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Last couple of years, he's won a billion state championships.
How you feeling?
And everything else. So,
Pretty hot.
and one
Oh,
thing
boy.
I'm excited about is that
That's not important, dude.
All right.
Clayton.
So before I take this bite of
Devin.
potentially very hot wing sauce, I would
good.
also agree with you.
Shit.
What do you want? This?
So I actually think that wide receiver is probably the position to go.
Pretty good.
A, because we made it before.
We gotta eat before. That's the
And I
point.
covered from the Devil Sony.
Ain't no bitches.
Are we going?
Oh, here we go.
This was me so much work.
Well, we're fine. We're fine.
Oh, that's tasty.
We're fine.
That's really good.
We're fine.
That is really good. Oh,
Wait a second.
there's the spice.
We're all fine. We're all
There's the spice.
We're all fine. Everyone's fine.
It's delicious.
I hate all of you.
It's very tasty,
I hate all of you.
but it is spicy.
Interviewing. How you feeling?
Oh my god. You know, I agree. I agree with the wide
Thank you.
receiver decision, but I'm going to go with
Right,
some
go and roll.
just to kind of give us some variety. And personally, with the loss
move
of
is not
volume,
to soak your
with the
weight.
loss of
Oh, here we go.
2, our
Here we
quarterback
go.
was confident enough
Clayton.
to lead us that way. 3,
You seeing this?
the Bills have already clinched the East.
Toying with
Therefore,
his
the
seeing this
Bills
thing?
are gonna
Seeing
be
this
sitting
thing?
all their
With his
starters
life.
So that when Miami plays in week 17, they don't have to worry about Josh Allen.
Brett also toying with his life.
Podcast is about.
Why is my finger hurting? My finger's on
Matt has his
fire.
finger somewhere
Go.
it shouldn't be.
It hurts.
Go ahead and eat it then, boy. One by one.
But they're playing the playoffs. We're going to the 6 seed. We're not letting the Steelers because they're fucking their way out of the playoffs. So we're probably going to play the
Fuck you.
Browns or
Oh, it's so hot immediately,
So I'm going to enjoy my week. I'm going to let Marino get 50.
Oh, that one's hot.
Wish me luck.
That one is hot.
Feeling after
Well, they put that name on the
So that was
back.
win number 3.
Go Gamecocks.
That was a lot easier than win number 2. I feel great. That actually that softened wing number 2. I think I'm gonna run this challenge. Don't quote me.
To be honest with you,
I need milk.
It's okay to cry, boys.
It's okay. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Athletic director, we probably have different coaches.
How we
I
feeling,
don't even know
Tyler?
if our,
Interview.
if our
How we
athletics
feeling?
facility will be the way it is now.
The
So I kinda have him to thank for that because he's kind of responsible for that.
Oh my god.
Listen. It's fucking hot, okay? Let me tell you right now, it's fucking hot.
Oh my god, this hurts. My lips are on fire.
It's hot, but the pain is temporary. It's much like
Glorious forever. I'm not drinking anything.
glorious forever. The
I.
last time I saw something this hot, it was on Snapchat, and let me tell you.
all right.
I'm fine now. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine.
I think he's gone. I believe in you, lad.
I have had a 2 million Scoville units hot sauce,
Nice.
which was awful. But that 5th sauce, whatever the fuck that was hotter than anything I have ever tasted. And I assure you, it's a lot worse coming up than it is going down.